Hey guys, we're here for another episode. The show that is yet to be named review Black Widow. I'm here with Johnnydonuts777. His stuff will be there. Description. Go subscribe to him. Like, what are you doing? So yeah,
I'm playing Assassin's Creed right now. Come and watch.
He is. Go watch. It's looks like a pretty cool game, except that everyone's beards go through their clothes.
Yes, that's off-putting. That's Ubisoft, though.
That's the most Ubisoft thing of all time. Like when your hair goes through your body.
Actually, there's one of the costumes. Off topic here. One of the costumes I'm wearing now. There's a big gold cross on his chest, and every time he moves his shoulder, the cross just like folds in half.
Yeah, fix your stuff.
It's Ubisoft.
Yeah, I don't expect much. Anyways, let's get right into Black Widow. So we'll give you a little bit here, no spoilers, I guess, and then we're opening the floor. So immediate thoughts. I always make you go first, so you're going to go first again.
It was a great Jason Bourne film.
It was a great buddy cop comedy.
Yes, it was. It was good. I didn't mind it. It was a departure from what Marvel normally does, but I didn't mind it. I actually liked it.
I mean, I'm gonna not give it like that high of a rating, but as terms of like how much fun did I have here, I did. It's a lot of people online are talking about it like it's a really dark movie that dealt with such dark subject matter.
It's so lighthearted.
This is an opening scene that's filmed so well, and then it's dark, it's gritty, and like visually it's beautiful. Yeah. And then as soon as that scene's over, that all of that's over, and it just becomes a buddy comedy.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at that. I liked it.
No. You love buddy cops. Yeah, no, they're great. And like, yeah, it did have elements of darkness to it, but not overpowering that the whole movie's dark.
It wasn't dark in a way like Batman is dark, or like
not like Dark Knight,
or like like Bourne. The Bourne movies are kind of dark.
Yeah,
it's
they are
dark in the sense that the subject matter that it's talking about is kind of dark, but it deals with it in a really it deals with everything really lighthearted, and the back and forth like comedy is super like it's funny. It's really funny. It's maybe the funniest Marvel movie.
Yeah, I don't know. Ragnarok's pretty high up there.
Okay, this is up there.
Yeah. But like I said, it was a departure from their normal style of action movie kind of thing. But I was expecting more spy espionage from Black Widow, but I didn't mind it.
I mean, I expected on top of that, because I wasn't even going to say that, but you're right. I expected more superhero-iness. It's not a superhero movie at all.
No. But then again, Widow's not a superhero. She has no powers.
I mean, she's a hero. We call them superheroes.
Yeah,
that's not.
But I mean, it's not like they even mention it in the movie. It's not like she has powers or anything like that, or lots of money.
That's a good. Yes, they do actually say that.
She's a street level hero.
I mean, yeah. Overall, I think it was good. I think Florence Pugh is amazing. I think she was the best part of the whole movie. People keep saying it was David Harbour. He's very funny, but he was not the best part of the movie. He's barely in the movie.
No, he isn't. He isn't in the movie very much at all. But Florence Pugh did a fantastic job. I think. Well, when we get into spoilers, I'll give you my theory on this. But yeah,
Rachel Weisz is good.
Rachel Weisz is good. Ray Winstone.
Yeah.
As leader of what's his name?
He's a lot older than I remember. He got old.
But Thunderbolt Ross is back.
Yeah, I mean, good movie.
Yeah, it was fun. It's a good summer popcorn movie.
Yes, it is. Is it in the top tier of Marvel? No, it's probably somewhere in the lower middle, but it's worth a watch. It's a fun time. I would give it a 7.3 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd be right around there, 7.5 as well. You want strong female characters? Here's your strong female character.
Yeah, I mean, that's as good as it's going to get, I think. I don't want any more Captain Marvel. There's a reason that the new Captain Marvel is going to have 3 people in it, because they don't want to focus around her anymore.
But see, I'm actually looking forward to Ms. Marvel, the series.
Oh, I am. That's a great, amazing comic book run. The first 6 volumes of it are great.
Yeah, and if the show does that any justice, it's going to be fantastic, and I'd love to see her taking over as Captain Marvel.
Well, anyways, we're going into full spoilers right now. Pew pew. So
Zap.
I just want to point out my number one thing right here. So apparently, Black Widow owns like a multi-million-dollar condo in the middle of
Budapest.
Budapest, and it's like where I don't understand, and she just hasn't been there for 10 years.
Yeah.
And she also has a photocopier from 1999. That was the number one thing that stood out to me. I was looking around this apartment and I'm like,
I missed that. The only thing I caught was they had the IKEA knife holder that I have.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, they awkwardly tried to make it look run down, but like you can clearly tell this is a very big, very expensive apartment. There is no way
multi-rooms with the French doors and the
like you're not pulling this off with me, except for your 1999 photocopier. I mean,
shout out to Minolta.
Yeah, you got to see that part. Like, just
I got to go back and watch that now.
I saw it and I paused the movie. I was like, hold on, why does she have a photocopier? It's like a full size office photocopier.
Big... Oh my god, I have one of those at work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have that at work. What are you using that for? You're a spy. Like, don't you have like a special gadget? Like, I don't know,
a little camera to take it.
Yeah, don't you have a laptop? Like, anyways.
SD card or something.
I'm
besides the point, that's way off topic. But yeah, no.
I really didn't like how amazing the movie looked for the opening scene in terms of filming. When the car is driving and it's looking out and you see like the football field and like the big wide shots at like the cinematography is so good, and then it just goes, that's gone. Then never comes back for the rest of the movie.
After they get to Cuba.
Yeah.
That's it. It's done.
The entire visual style of the movie has changed. It becomes, and this is, like I said, a lot of people are saying it's dark. It's not dark. No. It's as a person who loves buddy cop comedies, that immediately I was like, this is what this is. And it never stops. It doesn't ever slow down to get dark.
The comedy.
It's like, go.
Yeah, you had Florence Pugh and forgot her name now.
Good.
No, but what's her name? Scarlett Johansson. They were playing well off each other. And you had David Harbour in the background as that idiot character that's always like trying to be. So it very much was like a buddy cop. Like it's like Lethal Weapon. You have Danny Glover and you have Mel Gibson, and then you have Joe Pesci in the background, always like chirping in their ear.
Until the fourth Lethal Weapon, there are a lot of dark elements in the Lethal Weapon movies, especially in the first
one. Yeah, the first one was really, really dark.
But it's like you get that here. You get dark elements. It's not a dark movie.
No,
this is a first and foremost an action comedy. That's like the number one thing, and it's the comedy is amazing. The witty dialogue is pretty good.
The screenwriting was really good. Yeah,
the chemistry between the two girls is amazing. Florence Pugh and Scarlett Johansson, like they played off each other so well. I couldn't believe how good it was. Yeah. And actually, you know what? This is my biggest issue with the movie. Towards the end, I'm not going to talk about what you want to talk about because I know what you want to talk about. But they give you this moment with Natasha, and it's like really, like I won't say it's like sad, but it's like now, it feels like impactful that she died. Yeah.
She is gone. She's gone.
My number one takeaway from that was, hold on, why wouldn't you do this movie before, so when she actually dies it would be so much more impactful? Like, I'm not going to go back and rewatch Endgame just to get that emotion out of this. I don't think this movie needed to be done before, but I think that your plan of trying to make her more fleshed out so you have feelings for her now doesn't make sense.
No,
if you just made the movie, I get it, but like you can clearly see they're trying to pull out this emotion out of this character so you feel bad now that she's dead.
There's no ramifications to it, I guess.
Yes, there isn't. There's zero.
Yeah.
There's no stakes.
No, there isn't. She survives.
All of them survive because you need Florence Pugh to take over as Black Widow.
As Black Widow, yeah. I think that's where they're going. And that goes back to what we were talking in our other review of Loki, is that show was designated to recast everybody in Marvel. And there you go. There's one recast for you, even though it's technically not a recasting. It's a different Black Widow, but it's still a recast.
It's done differently, but yes, you're correct. It's the same idea. They're using it to shoehorn a new character into the universe.
And Florence Pugh is like much younger than, like a good 10 years younger than Scarlett Johansson, isn't she? Florence Pugh's only like 24, right? 24.
I think so, yeah.
She's very, very young.
ScarJo's like almost 40, I think.
40, right? So, yeah. So this way they can keep Avengers going for years to come.
Well, Scarlett Johansson wanted out.
Yeah.
Not because she didn't like playing the character. She wanted to explore more roles. Like, if you see, in the time she had off from Marvel, she made the, what's the stupid one with Adam Driver?
Oh yeah. I don't
She's
remember
amazing
the name of it.
in that. I don't know why I can't think of the name. And
When
then
did she do Her with Joaquin Phoenix?
oh,
Was
that's
that
way
before?
back.
Way before?
That
Okay.
that's like around Avengers. But then
Yeah.
she did that movie and she did Jojo Rabbit in 1 year, which both got an
Oh
Oscar
yeah,
nomination.
Jojo Rabbit was fantastic.
Like
I love that movie.
She showed that, and even in this movie, she shows that she is a much better actress than when she first came into this universe.
She does have range.
And she needs to, I guess she wants to explore her creativity, right? She doesn't want to be stuck in the same thing forever, which is the same reason why Chris Evans wanted out.
Yeah. Robert Downey Jr. wanted out. Like,
yeah, Robert Downey Jr. was just getting old and didn't want to keep doing this kind of stuff. But
yeah, but then he goes and does Dr. Dolittle.
Oh, don't talk about it. I watched the first 20 minutes and I turned it off. I didn't even make it.
It was pretty bad.
Did you watch it?
Oh, I sat through the whole thing.
Oh, you're crazy.
I'm a sadist. I'm sorry.
But this movie was fun.
Yeah, it was. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Like you said, it had that really great buddy cop vibe. All four characters with Rachel Weisz, David Harbour, Florence Pugh, and Scarlett, they all played so well off each other. Ray Winstone as the villain. He's always the villain in everything, no matter what.
Let me try him on that. I don't think he was bad as the villain. I think the villain was bad. Like, the choice to do this was kind of like, huh? Like, you spent all this time building up Taskmaster.
Yeah.
And then you're like, your bad guy's just some guy with hormones.
Mind control.
With pheromones. Yeah. Like, what? This is what you made me watch this movie for 2 hours for? Like, even though he plays it well, it doesn't you never feel scared of him.
No, like you have more fear of Taskmaster than you do.
Yeah, you do. And then I'll let you talk about Taskmaster if that's
and I love the casting of, I think it's Olga Kurylenko.
Yeah.
As Taskmaster. She's fantastic. Like, she always plays that femme fatale in movies, so this was a little bit of a departure for her. Like, she was which Bond movie was she in? Was she in Quantum of Solace?
Quantum of Solace,
right? And she was great in that. And very underrated film, Johnny English Strikes Again. She plays the femme fatale in that one too.
I mean, I like all those movies, to be honest.
Johnny English are fun movies. That scene where he's dancing to Sandstorm's Darude.
Exactly.
That's the best scene in cinema. But and I loved her casting as Taskmaster. It's the backstory of Taskmaster that I didn't like. That's the one thing that kind of stuck in my craw.
It didn't bother me that she was Taskmaster, which I think
not
is
at
an
all.
issue that
she
a
was
lot
fantastic.
of people are having. My issue is they completely took Taskmaster and threw it out the window.
IRS, the Taskmaster.
you in the beginning of the movie, Taskmaster comes and does a bunch of fight scenes, and you're like, okay, I understand I should be scared of Taskmaster. It's scary. But it's not even that it was a girl. It's nothing to do with it.
No, not at all.
She was fantastic. The shape of the character looks like a real person fighting and stuff. I don't know if anybody else noticed this. When it gets to the end and she takes her helmet off, she's so tiny in comparison to the size of the costume.
It looked like Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern bad.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, you went from a person literally wearing a costume to like a giant CGI costume on this tiny little person. Like, did you notice how big the costume got after when she had no helmet on? I was like, what's happening?
Because they were trying to hide the fact. I think they were trying to hide the fact of, oh, twist, it's a woman.
But in the beginning, you didn't do that, and it looked perfectly fine. You didn't bother me that the costume wasn't overly massive.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's not what Taskmaster is at all, in any way.
Taskmaster, he was, in the comics at least, Tony Masters, hence Taskmaster, he was the one who took a form of, I think it was a super soldier serum.
Yeah.
But he lost all his memories, but gained the ability to mimic everybody's moves. So that's, I kind of like the fact in the comics, you see Taskmaster using the Captain America shield, like when she steps on the shield and kind of catches it in her arm. She does like a Spider-Man style swing in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, but then again, is it because you mind controlled her to do this, or is it because that's Taskmaster who has that type of ability?
Yeah, or was it this robot that she's living in?
Yeah,
that's doing it.
That's doing it.
And this
because
is another...
you saw the heads up display in her helmet. She's analyzing Black Widow.
And it's like, okay, you did Taskmaster dirty.
I
don't care that it's her. I don't care that the reveal happened. The way you just handled the character from start to finish was like a kick in the ass. If you're a fan of comics, then it's kind of upsetting. And
I even like the fact that her name was Antonia, so it's a nod to Tony Masters in the I love that. That's fantastic. And I love it.
This is another thing that threw me off.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlett Johansson.
Not
like
witch.
Real life, I was gonna say witch. She's close to like 40. Okay.
Yep.
So 20-year-old Scarlett Johansson, at least 20, maybe mid-20s, kills a little girl or thinks she killed a little girl.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, that girl is like the same age as her, and the actress playing her is like 50 years old. Explain to me the logic of this.
Yeah, that's right. She is older than ScarJo, isn't she?
Yeah, she's like 50, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't understand that logic. Like that's Marvel logic for you. Scarlett Johansson.
She went from a 10-year-old girl to a 40-year-old woman, but like
because that took place in the 90s, right?
Yeah, it threw me off. Maybe that explains the photocopier.
Maybe, yeah, 90s. But I mean, they could have at least. I mean, because Marvel has the technology, they did a fantastic job de-aging.
Well, they did
Kurt
de-age
Russell.
her.
Yeah, but I mean, look how they de-aged Kurt Russell in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
They de-aged Rachel Weisz and David Harbour really well in the beginning of that movie, and they did de-age Antonia. You can see it.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
and Rachel Weisz, for someone who's over 50,
why would you get an older actress to get de-aged when you could just find an actress that's in the right age thing? That was my thought process.
And that's where I feel Olga Kurylenko's talents were wasted.
Yes, exactly.
Because she's such a fantastic actor.
You got a really good actress to play a mute person that you only see for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Who we thought was badass and ends up not
and
being
doesn't even have a speaking role.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only issue I had with like the whole Taskmaster thing.
My issue is a lot of things with it, but
the main sticking point,
Antonia
they did it dirty.
Is not the problem.
No, it's Marvel. We've established that this is a different universe than the comics. It's a different timeline. Do whatever you want. That's fine. It's the multiverse. We have the multiverse. This is the multiverse.
I mean, granted, he's a very popular character, but he's not that he's not used that much, especially between like the mid 90s and like the 2010s. I don't even think there was a Taskmaster appearance anywhere.
I think with Moon Knight,
maybe
a lot of Moon Knight appearances.
But it's like it's a character that's kind of like a good villain. Like especially Spider-Man, the game established him as like a really good villain.
Oh yes,
and then you did this, and it's kind of like, huh? You could have made this.
He's testing. See, Taskmaster's a mercenary.
Yeah,
he, she, whoever they are, fights for whoever pays them the most money. Yeah. Whether Taskmaster's
he's
worked
Deadpool,
for Shield,
he's Deathstroke, he's
worked
Deadshot.
for Shield, he's worked for Hydra, he's worked for everybody. He's worked for AIM. So so the fact that it was just like this mind-controlled automaton, that's what I didn't like.
I agree.
Like, so, but this now does this close the door on Taskmaster?
Well, she says she wants to come back as Taskmaster.
Okay.
And usually when people say that for Marvel, it's because Marvel told them to say that because they want to do something else with them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like whenever
I could see Taskmaster showing up in Moon Knight. I would like to see it.
But I don't want this Taskmaster.
No,
I want her to be a skilled fighter on her own, not be some suit that she's wearing that makes her a good fighter.
And that's where I think this whole training with Rachel Weisz and David Harbour is going to come in.
Yeah. And I think good, let it happen. But just in this specific instance, this is one of the issues I had with the movie.
Yeah.
You made it seem like Taskmaster was going to be the bad guy, kind of. Like fans of Marvel knew that it wasn't. There was someone behind it. But you played it up like he was going to be such a huge role in the movie, and it wasn't. And then the actual bad guy was like
some old dude.
A total original X-Men movie villain. Like,
well, Well, I was watching. I'm like, is it the same guy who played what's his name in X-Men 2? Like
Oh, what's
Brian
his name?
Cox.
Brian Cox. Yeah,
I'm like,
because it's totally reminds you of that.
interchangeable,
The villains in
interchangeable.
X-Men are always like a bad human,
Yeah,
and it's like
I hate mutants.
and it was like there. It's just
Yeah,
it was a cop out. The entire ending of that movie felt like a cop out in Black Widow.
yeah. Great
I,
action sequence, but
I loved the helicopter scene
yeah,
in the jail when she
that
puts the
was
thing in autopilot.
the best scene of the movie, I
Yeah,
think.
every scene that Florence Pugh was in was great. When she
Yeah.
does the head,
Oh yeah, when she's making fun
you
of
flick
Scott.
your
Why do you
hair,
do
and
this? Yeah,
you flick the hair.
yeah. No, it was, and then she does it.
Yeah,
Florence Pugh
and she's
does
like
it, and
gets grossed out by it.
yeah. So I kind of like that. There's little nods here and there, and like I said, everybody played so well off each other. In at least the Black Widow's quote unquote family played so well off each other.
As an action comedy, it's as good as any other one that comes out, and it's like a thing I have a big issue with action movies is like John Wick, for example. Okay, and I know a lot of people disagree with me on this. I don't think those movies are well written. I think they're terribly written.
There's no story.
The action is amazing, and
It's
Keanu's
nonstop.
amazing,
Yeah.
but it's like 3 movies of literally nothing. Like they killed his dog, and he killed like 8,000 people. Explain to me the logic at all.
Nobody had a better story than John Wick.
Exactly.
Go watch Nobody. Good film.
Exactly. But nobody doesn't execute as well as John Wick does.
No, it doesn't.
It's not as stylish either.
To see Odenkirk in that role just threw me off.
I'm really happy there's going to be more.
Yeah.
I'm glad about that. So there's a movie that just came out as well called Gunpowder Milkshake.
Okay.
It's like very Zack Snydery.
I was gonna say that's a Zack Snyder title,
but it's like vintage Zack Snyder when you still thought, okay, this guy has a chance of being something
a good
special.
director.
Yeah. It's not a good movie, okay, but it was so entertaining in its style and the action that and like it reminded me of Running Scared. Not the Billy Crystal one. The
other one,
the one with Paul Walker, where it's like remake. One crazy night where she's a hitman and gets caught up in stuff, and it just keeps going spiraling out of control. It's exactly like that, and it looks like that too.
Well, even a movie like Baby Driver wasn't a well written movie, but it's.
I mean, it was better written than Gunpowder Milkshake.
Yeah, yes, okay. but really, Baby Driver, it's about a guy who drives.
Yeah, and they managed to work that. I'll give Baby Driver credit for that. It's a really well made movie. It just doesn't really have a story.
No, it's a lot of fun though.
But like I'm saying, Gunpowder Milkshake is a great fun action movie, but I would not give it a good rating because the objective part of me is like, no, everything about this movie is stupid as hell. But Black Widow does the opposite. It at least has a cohesive story where I could tell you you'll not only enjoy the action and comedy in this, you're gonna love that it at least goes somewhere.
It's a basic story, but it's a story nonetheless.
And if you're a Marvel fan, it does give you more about her. It doesn't enhance the universe at all.
No, the only thing I wouldn't say enhance, but it gives you that little stinger at the end.
Yeah, I mean, okay, you remove the ending scene and you take out all the character names. This could have been any action movie.
Yeah, very much.
I still would have watched it.
It could have been a Prison Break movie.
Yeah, I probably would have given it a higher rating if it didn't spend so much time purposely trying to link itself to the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm sure Putty gave it a 9.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Putty.
Gamer Potheads, go watch his channel.
But watch mine first.
Well, finish watching this.
Watch his first and then come back here. Leave here and go there, but then come back here and then go to Putty.
Go watch my Super Nintendo episode.
Yeah, good thumbnail. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much else on this. Do you have anything?
No, not much else. Like I said, I just didn't like the fact that they did Taskmaster dirty. I was so looking forward to the character. Forward looking, yes. But and they kind of did that dirty. And the fact that this movie is now going to lead into a TV series instead of another movie. Are they? Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, What is it
I don't know.
be?
Now I'm a little skeptical on the Hawkeye series. Because Red Room is now no longer a threat. So Red Room is not going to be part of Hawkeye.
I think my real honest opinion of Hawkeye is that they're going Matt Fraction, and it's gonna be him dealing with like the Russian mafia.
But that was Red Room.
Yeah, but
in the Black Widow.
But they're not going to be the ones in control of the Red Room. They're going to be like the remaining break off that now are just in the States to commit crimes and not be like super spies. That's what I think, right? Because that's how it is in the comics.
So then how does Valentina Contessa Elaine factor into all this?
Because I think that she's going to hire Florence Pugh to do something. And then she's going to realize that Hawkeye knows Natasha, or it's Hawkeye, and be like, oh, why am I fighting them? And then maybe join them to go back and fight. I mean, you know what I mean?
Well, because you want to, she even says at the stinger at the end, she says, do you want to get the person who killed your sister?
Yeah. And then I think they're going to find out that that Hawkeye doesn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that's his best friend.
Yeah. They were best friends. Exactly.
He was going to kill himself.
Bring back his wife, more Linda Cardellini, please.
You and this Linda Cardellini character. I only want sexy Velma. I don't want anything else. Maybe Daddy's Home, but yeah.
I'll watch a spinoff with Linda Cardellini and Darcy from WandaVision there.
Yeah, I know you would. I mean, you put.
Sorry, I got a thing for curly-haired brunettes. Sorry.
What's the guy's name? Park. Richard Park.
Richard Park. Yeah.
Is that his name?
I think that's the actor's name.
I don't fucking remember anybody's names. I told you this is not my thing.
Yeah.
I'll remember
the
lines
FBI
in
agent.
Movies. Yeah,
the FBI agent.
I'll remember lines in movies from 40 years ago, but I can't remember the name of the person who said it.
Yeah, the FBI agent that helps Darcy.
Yeah, and put him in it too.
Yeah.
Put him in
the
it.
Comic relief. That's it. But off on a tangent. But yeah, I like I said, I'm really hoping they go, like you said, with that Matt Fraction Hawkeye run with the Russian mob, because that's the perfect outlet for Kate Bishop to show up.
Yeah. Another great comic run.
Yeah, because Kate Bishop is a main part of that run, right?
Yeah, he's still training her, and but
isn't Danny Rand involved in that too?
I don't remember. I don't think so. I think he comes after.
Isn't Danny Rand the one they go for money? They use Rand Industries as their base of operations.
Honestly, I don't remember. I think that happens after Matt Fraction left the series.
Okay, because I remember something about Rand Industries.
I mean, it's the Marvel universe, and they're all in New York. Of course, there's Rand Industries somewhere, but I mean, yeah.
But other than that, we'll see where it leads. I mean, basically, it doesn't tie into any other movie. The next movie is Shang-Chi, and it doesn't tie into that at all.
Am I okay with this movie existing? Yes. Did I like it? Yes. Is it worth watching? Yes. But if you completely removed it from the entire history of the world, would it make a difference? No. Because it doesn't give us anything else that furthers the universe.
Well, they're saying that this movie is the launching point of Phase 4. It didn't feel like a launching point of Phase 4.
How can it be the launching point of Phase 4? It takes place before Phase 3.
But that's what I'm saying. They're saying this is the first movie of Phase 4. I say it bridges the gap between 3 and 4. Shang-Chi is going to be for me, Shang-Chi will be the first movie of Phase 4.
Now, this doesn't bridge the gap of anything. This takes place between Civil War and Infinity War. Where are we gapping here?
Was this before? No, was it before Infinity? Was it even before Ultron? It was after Ultron.
No, it's after Civil War when she's on the run. She's still on the run, and then it's before Infinity War.
Right. The Sokovia Accord. Thunderbolt Ross is after her.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. Fun.
And there's not going to be any more Scarlett Johansson. Like, I'm upset. I like her.
But more Florence Pugh.
Yeah, that's true. I like both together.
Half of one, 6 of the other. Half a dozen of one, 6 of the other, right?
Yeah, one's half the size of the other one.
That's true, too.
Anyways, worth a watch. Check it out. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. Check out his channel. His stuff will be in the thing. And thanks for watching. How do where is the thing?